PunishersPB.com. Hi, it's Russell with PunishersPB.com. Today we're going to take a look at the Dye Rotor. This hopper's been on the market for several years now and has proven a rock-solid choice. It's very simple in its internal mechanism, it's incredibly durable, and is known for its excellent battery life. We're going to take a look today at just how it goes together and some of the features and benefits as well as capacity of this hopper. First of all, let's take a look at how it breaks down. We're just going to open the lid and we're going to draw up the release mechanism located at the back of the hopper here. Press down on the release button and we'll get the top half of the shell off of the hopper. Then pull forward on this tab and push down and we will pop the drive mechanism out. Pull back on these two levers here and we'll be able to remove parts of the drivetrain here. The top of the drivetrain, the main feed arm, feed tray, and the final drive gears. Now you also access your 3 AA battery compartment here. They're secured with Velcro. Below that is the drive motor and the gears that run the anti-jam mechanism for this hopper. That's going to be actuated by the shark fin here on the bottom. Now that does pop right out, but I've been using one of these hoppers for over 5 years and haven't had a need to get in there. It does pop right out, however. We're going to put the guts back in the hopper. We're going to put our final drive gears in, our feed tray, our feed arm, and finally the top counter rotor. Re-engage the securement arms. What I like to do is pull the shark fin, make sure everything turns. I'm going to put our feed tray back in. Front end first. It's going to snap in. Now you notice the die includes a spring ramp in here. What that does is when the hopper is completely flat and as the paint runs out of the hopper, that spring tray is going to raise up and make sure all the paint falls in the drive mechanism. Really nice feature that's included. It also is acting as a spring ramp when you're pouring the paint in. The paint doesn't just fall to the bottom of the hopper. It's going to come against this ramp and that ramp's going to absorb some of the shock. So if you're shooting really brittle paint, it's going to reduce the chance of an in-hopper breakage when you're loading. In order to put the top back on, we're going to slide through the front tab, put our back button in, secure the back, close the lid, we're all back together. Now, in its stock configuration, the rotor is a 190 round hopper. It means we're going to fit about 170 to 180 in the upper portion, and then you'll feed about 10 into the feed mechanism down here. Give you an idea what that looks like. Here are 2 measured 100 round tubes. We're going to go ahead and dump them in. As I said, you're going to fit about 180 in this top piece. So we're going to go ahead with the first 100. And now we're going to put the second portion in. Now again, you're only going to get about another 80 in here because you have the spring ramp and also this hopper is not on, so the feed ramp is not full. So as we close it up here, you can see in its stock configuration you're going to fit about 180 in the upper chamber, another 90 in the feed tube to give you about another 10 in the feed tube to give you about 190 overall capacity in this hopper. Now Dye does offer an additional expansion lid. That's going to replace the top of the hopper right about here, and that's going to bring us up to about 240 overall rounds. What you're gaining in capacity, you also gain a little bit in size, but not a significant amount. You're going to see a little bit of raise in the front of the hopper, no change in overall width. But again, if you do need more than that initial capacity, the high cap shell is an excellent option. So there you have it, Dye Rotor. Google+, YouTube, and Twitter.